Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. Okay, so I found a cool new feature in YouTube, and that new feature allows me to search topics for inspiration. It's on the back end in YouTube Studio that creators use to help with content. It's the place where we get all of our analytics and all that stuff. So anyway, I found this really cool feature, and I didn't realize that you could, like, I thought it just suggested things and you couldn't fine tune it, but then I found out you could fine tune it. So what I did was I typed in makeup news to see like what other people were talking about on YouTube, and I completely and totally missed that JLo Beauty was pulled from Sephora stores. It's still online, but it was pulled from stores. And the art. Then I found an article in Beauty Independent. It's linked down below, and in that article, they kind of they kind of hint at that JLo Beauty isn't doing very well. And that's why they're not going to be in Sephora stores anymore. So I wanted to kind of talk about what happened with JLo Beauty, because what's really fascinating about this is that apparently, according to this article, I didn't double check this and I should have, that Rare Beauty and JLo Beauty launched around the same time with completely different trajectories. So I want to talk about like what happened, like what the heck, like what did she do wrong? What did, well, not she necessarily, but what did her team, what happened with JLo Beauty that was just not a good way to start a brand? And it's just good, I think, to reflect on these things. So, in case anybody wants to start a brand, or just, I just find this stuff fascinating is what it comes down to. But before we do that, we have two things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is we need to say hello to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. Let me go ahead and scroll, and say good morning to the people that are here live. Thank you for being here. If you are not here live, that's totally okay. Thank you for being here on the replay. You're participating in the collective brain in the comment section down below. So, okay, so Flory, hi Flory. I'm texting with Flory. I got Flory here. We got Flory everywhere. Hello, Flory. Flory says, good morning, beauty lovers. Welcome to Sunday Chat. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you are doing well as well, Flory. I hope that you're doing good. Teresa, Audra, Steph, thank you all so much for keeping this such a nice, happy place to chat. If you see a little wrench next to somebody's name, that is a moderator. If you could please listen to the moderators. They are unpaid and fabulous. They come every week and hang out with us and make sure we have a safe place. So if you could please respect them, even if you don't understand why they're telling you to do, just if you could just listen to them, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate it. They're here to help me. So thank you so much for being here to help me, Flory and Teresa and Audra and Steph. I appreciate you. Good morning, Roya. Happy Sunday to you. Good morning. Roya saying good morning to Flory. Good morning, Rocker Girl 20. Good. I'm early. I can grab tea. I didn't grab my coffee refill and I'm regretting that. I'm down to here already, and that is not good for me. This is not a good start. Good morning, Chloe. So good to see you. Tracy, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Hello, Kim. Happy Sunday. They finally got rain last night. Yes, we got some rain as well. Everybody's like, rain, but it, really like when it rains, because my grass is not looking so good right now, my friends. My grass is not looking so good. It's very dry. Tish, good morning to you. Hello. Oh my goodness, so many people passing away right now. I didn't see Shelley Duvall. Oh my gosh, I didn't see Shelley Duvall. I saw Richard Simmons. The sex therapist passed away as well. Shannon Doherty, I saw, passed away this morning. There was an announcement for that. Richard Simmons, I saw that yesterday. Dr. Ruth passed away. So in the period of like 24 hours, we've got announcements for 4 different celebrities that have passed away. It's just so freaking sad. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if I do not say, two more. Kristen, good morning. Hope you're having hope you all are safe and doing well. And Pink Expression, happy Sunday to you as well. Okay. And if I do not say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, thank you so much for being here. Okay. Before we get into this, there was a situation that happened with Raw Beauty Christie, and I want to just very quickly address it. I have written something because I want to make sure that I am articulate in what I'm saying. And I am emotional about this, so I may get emotional. I'm trying really hard not to. Whoa, it's already starting. All right, hold on a second. My friend Grace in high school, she said, if you think you're going to cry, I think you just go like this. And then you look so weird that you can't cry. And I remember her doing that to me because you know how I am. You know how I am. Okay. So, da, 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 da. Deep breath, Jen. Deep breath, Jen. Okay. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go into all of the details of it, but this is what I wanted to say. While I don't want to go into the details, it's important to me that I address the issue briefly. As many of you know, it's going to take me all like half an hour to get through this. I have a non-binary teenager, and LGBTQ plus hate and discrimination are deeply personal topics. I believe that every child should have the right to live authentically without fear of judgment or exclusion. Every child should have a right to live without the fear that grown-ass adults, I didn't put ass in there, but I just added that. The grown adults will make them feel like there's something wrong with them or that it isn't safe for their kids to play with them or go to school with them. No child should ever feel unsafe, unloved, or unaccepted simply for being who they are. I strongly oppose any group or individual who discriminates against or teaches hate toward LGBTQ plus people, period. And that's all I really wanted to say on the situation, because discussing this publicly is a challenge because it's hard for me to control my emotions. Hold on. We're going to dip in and dip out of this because it's difficult. I don't always feel comfortable sharing personal issues, especially when they're so emotionally charged. However, I felt it was necessary in this situation to express my feelings to make my stance clear. For those who've asked me to talk about it, I kindly request that you please stop asking at this point. I'm not mad at you. I just don't want to talk about it publicly more than this. And I thank you for understanding. I realize that some of you may be confused about what I'm talking about, and I apologize for any confusion. Just know that I will always stand against hate and bigotry. And that's the main message I wanted to convey. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And I'm going to pull myself together. And we're going to talk about Jennifer Lopez because it is much, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the United States. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's all these deaths. And there's a lot of hate and there's a lot of bad things happening right now. And I think talking about Jennifer Lopez and her skincare line is what I want to do, because it's something that we can just chat about, and it's really not that serious. There's plenty of serious outside of chat. So I'm sorry if you're very confused. I know there's people that are very confused, but all I want you to know, if you're very confused, is that the last thing that I said, about that I will always stand against hate and bigotry. And that's the main message I wanted to convey. That's what I want you to get out of what I said. So, all right, let's talk about Jennifer Lopez. Okay. So what I found in this article is that JLo Beauty is exiting from Sephora stores. It comes after Lisa Sequino departed I'm reading part of the article from Beauty Independent. It's linked down below. After Lisa Sequino departed the CEO post at the brand to become the CEO of Supergoop, which is kind of interesting. And just so you know, Supergoop and Goop are totally different companies. Supergoop, they do a lot of sunscreen stuff. They make fantastic sunscreen. Totally different than Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop. My mouth is so dry. Representatives for JLo Beauty and Sephora in the US declined to comment on the status of JLo Beauty at Sephora for that article. At launch, industry sources cited by WWD a forecast that, oh, here we go. This is where I got it from. Oh, no, never mind. This is something else, but this is still interesting. Industry sources cited by WWD have forecast that JLo Beauty could reach around $150 million in 2021 North American retail sales. That was what was predicted at launch, was $150 million in sales. But things went wrong. Things did not go well. And this is what the article says about one of the reasons why. Investment bank Piper Jaffray's survey of Gen Z consumers last year showed Sephora as their #1 preferred beauty destination, a distinction previously held by Ulta, right? So basically what they're saying is, wait, you know what? Let me just keep reading. Let me just keep reading for a second. The evolving Sephora demographic leans toward younger consumers who tend to be brand agnostic. Their buying behavior is driven more by brands' virality on TikTok, efficacy, affordability, branding, and playful packaging. JLo Beauty seems to be targeting a slightly older consumer with product strategy, branding, and messaging that feels outdated in today's landscape. If you look at other successful celebrity brands like Rhode or Rare Beauty, they've tapped into the cultural zeitgeist in a way that JLo Beauty hasn't, with cult-worthy viral products that are safe, fun, and feed-worthy. And I think that's the first thing that I want to talk about with this, is that JLo's products are forgettable as far as what they are, what they do. They let me show you one of the products. We'll talk a little bit more about this particular product. I can't move it. The chat doesn't allow me. This software doesn't allow me to like move it over. But this is the JLo Glow. This is like the hero, supposed to be the hero product. And it's supposed to give you that JLo glow. The packaging's really pretty. I will give her all that on that. I think the packaging is freaking gorgeous, but they're really expensive. They're super expensive. And she came out of the gate like really pushing olive oil as an ingredient. And those of us that had been, you know, in the skincare space for a while, we had already known that olive oil in a straight concentration, not mixed with anything, can actually damage the skin's barrier. And that, you know, even though olive oil is a hero ingredient, you know, for a lot of people, for a lot of different things in skincare, it's just not. So yeah, I mean, it's just, I think that their hero product wasn't really a hero. It didn't really stand out, and I think that that's something that that was a drop of the ball there. It just kind of blended in with everything else, and I think that Jennifer Lopez counted on her star power to sell it, and people wanting to look like her to sell it, to get that JLo glow, and it just wasn't enough when it comes down to it. Let's see. Thank you so much to Alexis for gifting a membership. I appreciate you so much. Jilly says, from what I understand, the shelf space in Sephora is very expensive. If they need to pull back somewhere, they may be that may be a place that they want to pull back from. Yeah, and that absolutely, absolutely. And I've heard the same thing. I remember I was talking, I used to talk to a lot of people behind the scenes in the industry that I haven't talked to in years, but I used to go to IMATs a lot. I used to go to the Gen Beauties and I would talk to the brands and all of that. And one of the things that that we talked about when it was happening was obsessive compulsive cosmetics, OCC, when they pulled out, when they had all of their issues. And if you don't know that story, it was a hot mess. Basically going into, from what I understand, and I could be wrong about this because it's been years since I've talked to anybody about this and I could be misremembering, but their being on shelves in stores is what ended up putting them under, because you have to know what you're doing when you're going into one of those major retailers. It does seem like it's great to, you know, have your product in a Sephora or an Ulta. That's wonderful, but the cost of it is astronomical. And if it's you have to be selling it in the store, not just having it in the store. It has to be selling, because the profit that you make off of a product sold at Sephora is way lower than what you make when you sell it from your own website. So if you really want to support a brand and you want to give them, like, for whatever reason, you want that brand to do really well and you care more about that than your Sephora points, shopping through the brand gives them a lot more profit. So yeah, I mean, I don't know the back end of that, because of course you want sales at the retailer as well in order to stay in the store. So I don't know in the end what shakes out as being more important, but I do know that it is extremely expensive to be on shelves. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think this too, Genevieve. Hi, Genevieve. Genevieve saying JLo is not doing well in all of her careers. I think that that's another thing with her as a celebrity. I mean, I will tell you, when I used to be a huge Jennifer Lopez fan. I've told you this before. I was a huge Kevin Smith fan. Kevin Smith, the director, and he did a movie with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, and he used to tell stories about Jennifer and Ben from back then, and he always had positive things to say about her. But he never talked crap about anybody. That's the thing about he never talked crap about anybody, like, in, like, a trash talking kinda way. Um, so yeah, I mean, he I always thought that she was a really nice person, and then one time at an event, I met somebody that knew her well, and I knew for a fact this person knew her well, and I was like, "Oh, she seems like such a nice person," and the person looked at me and was like, they didn't say anything, they just kind of looked at me and were like, and didn't just kind of clenched their lips and looked down. And I was like, "Oh, oh," and ever since then, I've been kinda side-eyeing her, even though I still was a fan, and then, like, the recent things with her coming out, like the movie and all that stuff with her, it was like, she just seems to really be into herself. See, like, sh I believed in the Jenny from the Block narrative. I genuinely did, you know? She used to have a little, now she has a lot, but she's just not gonna forget where she came from, because she's still Jenny from the Block. I believed that for way too long. What is new with me? Nothing. And I always liked her as an actress too, Melissa. Me too. Absolutely, me too. So yeah, so I think that, number one reason why I don't think that JLo Beauty is doing well is I don't think the products stand out in the market. I think they blend in with other luxury products. Like, I can imagine going to a counter in a Nordstrom and seeing a million products that look exactly like that for those exact same price points. There's nothing that makes it stand out except for that it's by JLo. So you have to, like, really believe in that power of JLo. Where, like, let's say, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez, I feel like initially it's sold based on her and her face and all of that, but now the quality of the products is really bringing people back for those repeat purchases that are so important. The products themselves have good reputations. I don't love every single Rare Beauty product that I've tried, but if I don't like it, I know there are other people that like it. Like, for example, the liquid blushes are definitely not my favorites. I think that they're when they first launched, I feel like it was slightly a different formula, that they were a little more pigmented, a little more difficult to work with. But the newer formula is a little easier to work with. Still not my favorite liquid blush. But I know some people. I mean, I think it's their best seller is the liquid blushes, and they're not. I think they dry down too fast. They're a little difficult to work with, but I get it. They're pretty packaging. What I love from Rare Beauty is the blushes. I love the cream blushes. I love the eyeliner. The only thing about the eyeliner is sometimes when I have it stored for a while, it gets a little bit of bubble of product, like excess product on the brush tip. So I just take a paper towel and I just kind of blot the extra before I use it. I actually use that eyeliner today, and I really, really love it. Other than that, I love that it's a little thicker, so it's easy to hold. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like Rare Beauty is doing so much right that is beyond Selena, that it's the products as well, and I don't think Jennifer Lopez was able to do that with JLo Beauty and make her products stand out. So, yeah, Asha says, excited to try Rare Beauty just to open with dexterity issues. Yes, but I do wanna warn you though, the skincare products, the packaging is really hard to squeeze. They have a pump now for the body lotion, but the hand cream is really difficult to squeeze. I have a full review on the skincare line that I purchased myself. And they're lovely products. It's just the packaging is a little difficult, and for Rare Beauty, I think that was unexpected for a lot of people. So yeah, so that's two things that I wanted to talk about as far as JLo Beauty, but the another thing was how it launched. So in the article, This part kind of made me giggle a little bit. It says early on, Lopez's lack of transparency about her beauty maintenance was roundly criticized. In social media videos for JLo Beauty, she attributed her complexion to incorporating olive oil in her skincare routine, a beauty secret she explained was passed down in her family. Fans didn't buy it, and many claimed the star was getting Botox and fillers to produce her signature glow. She emphatically denied using Botox. There is no way on this earth that Jennifer Lopez has not gotten at Botox ever. There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. Her forehead is way too perfect. Her eyes are way too perfect. Her 11s are way too perfect. There's no way. And there's nothing wrong with getting Botox. Absolutely nothing. I have chosen not to because of my job. If I did not have this job of reviewing products and devices and all that, I would have gotten Botox years ago. But because I do this for a job, I feel like it's important for me to not do that stuff. I've never even gotten a facial. Like I want my skincare and the products that I use to be responsible for the way that my face is, or else what my point in saying that is that I would totally have gotten Botox by now. 100%. No. And here too, my tech neck is getting like way worse. Like as far as like that from looking down at my computer. So I no shame in getting Botox. Don't tell me you didn't get Botox when your forehead looks like that. There's no freaking way on this planet. No way. So anyway, yeah. So I think that lack of transparency really soured the brand to a lot of people, especially her target market. So her target market is people probably 10 years younger than her, to her age, and maybe a little older, right? Gen X, I think, is like a solid, maybe older millennials. Gen X, older millennials were the target market. That out the gate was not a good move. That was a bad move. That was not a good idea. So let me see. Yeah, Sandra, no way she's not getting high-end treatments. Oh, absolutely. I mean, as she should. If you have that much money and you have access to the best doctors in freaking Los Angeles, why would you not? Like, unless you just want to grow old naturally, which is totally fine too. But that's not. Absolutely not. So I think that's part of it too. And I think the article did a good job addressing that. The next part of the article says, for celebrity beauty brands to thrive in today's market, Rachel Roberts Maddox, a beauty brand developer and marketing strategist, believes they can't rely on influence of a single person. And that's so important. That's what Morphe learned. When Morphe hired all the influencers and the influencers started doing crazy stuff and started saying terrible things, they learned you can't just rely on a celebrity to carry your brand. There has to be more. So it says the new playbook requires that the celebrity pivot from spokesperson to visionary founder. I love that language. The brand should embody the founder's vision, but it should look, sound, and feel like it's about their fans, not them. And from what I've seen of Jennifer Lopez recently, it seems like a lot of things, at least this is the way she presents. I don't know her. It's just the way she presents, is that everything is about her. So it was all about, you want to look like me? Well, here's a skincare line that will make you look like me. And that it was very me focused rather than customer focused, rather than it was like all about, oh, you can be just like me. Look at me. You know what I mean? Like if you look at it, if you look at, like with an honest, like try to take your bias out of it and you look at the launch of JLo skincare, that's what it was. It was all about looking like JLo. Instead of, we're going to help you to get the best skin ever. We're going to use these ingredients that help to plump the skin. We're going to, and talking about the products and how it's going to help the person to be their best selves. Instead, it was about how to get the person to look like JLo. Because I will let you know this, and you probably already know this. No amount of skincare will make you look like Jennifer Lopez. No amount of skincare will make you age backward permanently. The treatments you can do over the counter, they're all temporary. You can slow the aging process with skincare through encouraging collagen and elastin production. Absolutely, you can slow it. But once these guys are here, once your wrinkles are there, you can do things to temporarily minimize the things. So you can use devices. You can use, like, I've done lots of sponsorships for Nira. That helps to build collagen, and it helps to make the collagen kind of repair and plump up your skin, right? But if you stop using the Nira, it's going to stop. LED lights, red LED lights, fantastic for collagen production. But if you stop using them, topical products like retinols, all of that, hyaluronic acid, it all is temporary. The only way to make any long-term changes is in a doctor's office, is what it comes down to. So JLo in any way saying that her skincare is going to make you look like her is a lie. And I think that older millennials and Gen X, the target market, clocked it. I think anybody else would have too. But the target audience, I think, clocked it and was like, not at that price. Audra says, I'm aging backwards because I don't entertain men. You know what? I believe that in my soul. I do. The stress level is down significantly because of there's nothing wrong with all of us looking our age. And I feel like that was a miss for the brand. 100% a miss. Okay, so that was a thing. The next part of the article says, for celebrity beauty brands to thrive in today's market, Rachel Roberts Maddox, a beauty brand developer and market strategist, believes that they can't rely on the influence of a single person. Did I already read this? I already read that. The brand must meet its customers where they're at, online and in real life. Yeah, I did read that. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. So the next part says, I looked at the products to see if anyone has been reviewing them lately. Oh, that's me. I'm reading my own note that I wrote. This is what I said. I looked at the products to see if anyone has been reviewing them lately. So I looked at the products and I looked to see if anyone was reviewing them lately. And I looked at, remember I was talking about I was going to bring back the serum, but actually, you know what? So we're going to talk about the most recent review that I saw of the JLo Glow. And I was like, oh, that's a big problem too. But before we do that, I want to just since we're at a nice stopping place, let's take a quick break and let's talk about what's on my face today. This is my no makeup look when I just want to do something very quickly. I didn't want to overdo too much. I did a little bit. So I'm not wearing any foundation. I'm just wearing a little concealer. The Makeup Revolution concealer that I've been talking about, the IRL concealer, that concealer is such a perfect match for my skin tone. And I have very few things that are perfect. They're an absolute perfect match for my skin tone. Let me get it so I can see what shade it is. Here it is. It is the most perfect match. It's like it came out of a machine. It's C4 IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer. And it doesn't crease under my eyes. The other thing I've been using under my eyes recently, which is so sad that I'm now obsessed with it, and I have a mini of it, and I got to get that too. Hold on. Y'all are going to be so sad when I show you what I've been using in my under eyes. The Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. R.I.P. Becca. So I've been using this under my eyes and it is freaking fabulous. One thing I've been doing, I know some of you, we were talking about Huda Beauty and the sifters that are like this, where they're like the squishy sifters and how you can't get to the product. So what I do with this is I tap the powder into, I don't want to waste it. I tap the powder into the cap and then I dip my brush into the cap, and then to tap it off, instead of tapping it into the air, I tap it back into the sifter. And that's how I get the perfect amount and I don't waste any product. So I don't know if anybody else is doing that. I don't think I invented that. I couldn't have, but that's what I've been doing. And then I take any extra afterward and I just tap it back in the cap. And that's how I'm using this product, because if you tap into this right here, you can't get to the product. So anyway, that's just, just in case. But I love this. I don't think this is still available. You'll have to tell me. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that it's gone, because there are a couple of Becca products that are still available, but yeah, they closed down many years ago. So Yes, so I use that, and then I have been trying to dig into my vault and use things I haven't used in a while that I love. This eyeshadow is probably 8 years old, if I had to guess. This is the Overshadow by The Balm, and it is in the shade No Money, No Honey. That is what is all over my lids today. I'm getting text messages. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Teresa. So I use Overshadow by The Balm on all of my lids. And then for just this little bit of definition, I use this little e.l.f. mini bite-size eyeshadow, and I Love You a Latte. I just use this one little shade right here. So that's my eyeshadow. And then y'all know I'm obsessed right now. So all of that is purchased. This is PR. I've been using this every freaking day. You're going to keep seeing this, but I'm not going to gush about it like I normally do. This is the Too Faced Sculpting Stick in Chocolate Souffle. Absolute new favorite, loving it. And then on my lips, this was a shock to me, and I want to share this with you. So this is one of my favorite lipstick formulas by Milani. This was set in PR a long time ago. This is the shade Desire. It is old. It is patchy now. I think it's drying out, and it makes me really sad. So I just wanted to let you know that I tried to put this on. It was patchy as hell. I took it off. I tried to reapply it, patchy as hell. So I tried to put lip gloss over it, still patchy. I don't know what happened with this, because the last time I used this, maybe a month ago, it was fine. And now, like, I don't know if my lips are extra crusty or what's going on, but really disappointed that this is no longer applying properly. So I don't know what's going on with that. So what I did instead was I grabbed another Milani product. Was also PR. This is cocoa cacao lip oil, fruit fetish. That's all that's on my lips today. I'll swatch that for you because I don't think I've ever showed this to you. But it's just a little bit of a tint. That is all that's on my lips today, and I really, really like it. I think it looks really pretty. So that is, oh, and then on my cheeks, I did tap a little bit of this. This is purchased as well. This is the Blush Tape by Tarte, and I don't know which shade this is. I hate when they make it really small, and I don't know. I don't know. Oh, pink. It's just pink. It's the pink one. Okay. Just reminding me again. Okay. Let me get this off of my hand. So that is what is on my face today. And I like the way it came out for like minimal makeup. Oh, and my Ardell 120s. I'm not wearing, this is not my natural lashes, because I realized that even in live chat, I like the way lashes look. It just makes my eyes look so poppy and cute. Like, I just like the way it looks. So I like this lip oil, Monica. I do. I really like it. It's smooth. It smells good. It's exactly the way I would want a lip oil to be. Of course, it's not sticky or anything. It's not a lip gloss. It smells like fake chocolate with a little bit of fruitiness to it, which is kind of weird, but I don't mind it. It smells nice. The doe foot applicator is really soft. I'm enjoying it. Sorry if that was loud in the microphone. I just realized how juicy that sounded. Probably sounded really juicy in your ear. Okay. All right. So let us go back into this. So the product that I want to talk to you about from JLo Beauty, this little guy right here, the JLo Glow. Woo, 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 woo. So the review that I read, is this the review? No. Okay. I didn't screenshot the review. Darn it. Okay. So basically the review was like, this product is, oh, did I copy and paste it here? Yes. Okay. Recent review. You can go on Sephora's website and you can read it there if you want to, but I'm going to read it to you. I just didn't screenshot it. It says it's a 1-star review, and it says completely misleading in the description that this is vegan and cruelty-free. This contains carmine, not vegan. And even though they say it isn't tested on animals, carmine is from an animal, a dead crushed beetle. I doubt they're harvesting already dead beetles to get this ingredient, so it doesn't make it cruelty-free for me. Also, it contains honey extract, also not a vegan ingredient. Just to clarify, I know if you've been here a while, you probably have heard me say this a bazillion times, but cruelty-free and vegan are completely separate topics. They're separate informal well, vegan is not an informal definition. That is a formal definition, not animal products. Cruelty-free means, in the grand scheme of things, there's no legal definition. Cruelty-free means not tested on animals. You can kill an entire animal, put it in the product, but if you don't test it on animals, it is cruelty-free. That's just the way that it is. I didn't make it up. I wish it was different, but it's not. So I love how This comment said, it doesn't make it cruelty-free for me, because that's fully valid. That is absolutely valid. Okay. So that's absolutely valid, but it isn't vegan. It's not vegan. Here's the description on the Sephora website right now. It says free from all of the things. And then it says it is also vegan and cruelty-free. But if you look at the ingredient list, here's the ingredient list. And we're going to go, let's see, line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth line is honey extract, which of course is not vegan because it is an extract of an animal product, of a bee product. So that is not vegan. And if you go to the very last line, all the way over on the right, we have carmine, which of course is made from crushed bugs. So also not vegan. So not only does it not have, the reviewer's right. Not only is there one ingredient that is not vegan, but there are 2 ingredients that are not vegan. If they were synthetic versions of it, there are synthetic honey extracts out there. It needs to say that. There's no with the Inky list, which is what these are called. It's called an Inky list. I know it's a skincare brand, but it's called an Inky list. With the Inky list and with the Inky names, they have to be exact to what it is. That's why that whole system is in place. It has to be exact. So there's no wiggle room here with that. This product is absolutely not vegan. It says that it is vegan. I looked at all of her other products, and what's interesting is that some of them do appear to be vegan, but they don't advertise that they're vegan. So I don't understand that. So one of the products that isn't vegan, you're saying is vegan, but then there are products that look like they might be vegan and you're not saying they're vegan. Why would you do, like, it makes no sense. Somebody dropped the ball there. And I don't know if it was somebody at Sephora. I would imagine it's somebody on the JLo Beauty team that dropped the ball on that, but it makes absolutely, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't know if it's on the packaging that it's vegan, but even having that advertising there is not good. And it's probably been there since the beginning. I didn't do it. I planned on when JLo Beauty launched, I planned on doing a deep dive into JLo Beauty. I actually recently rewatched part of my video where I announced that I was changing my name from, was it in that video? I don't know. It was a video that I was talking about. I don't know if it was the one where I said I was changing my name from Jen Love's Reviews to Jen Love. I'm not sure it was that one, but one of my videos, I said, JLo Beauty is coming out and I planned on reviewing it, but then I saw the price tag of everything and I was like, this is not going to be worth it. I would have had to spend like $500. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, thanks. So I didn't end up reviewing it. So I don't know if it's been on their website for that long, but that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So that's the article that I wanted to share with you. And again, it is down below the full article if you want to read the whole thing. Ivania says, Jen, if any animals are harmed in the use of the natural plants ingredients, that's not vegan. Well, technically you're right, but they don't track that, I don't think. Do they track that? I don't think they do, because if you think about, how many not hedgehogs, probably not hedgehogs, how many mice are killed in the harvesting of plants? We don't know. Bugs. Think about how many bugs are killed in the harvesting of plants. You're washing it and all the bugs going down the drain and drowning. Yeah, you're right. Good point. With you. But I think that I think a lot of vegans understand that and they kind of accept that that's not something that they can avoid. So they just try to avoid animal products in other ways. I think that if you're taking it from like a religious, like it has to be this way and very strict and all of that, we're going to bring that up. But I think a lot of vegans kind of understand that that's kind of part of the game and they just try to, they just don't eat animal products on purpose. So yeah, I got you vegans. I understand. It's all good. I understand. I get it. Nobody's going to be perfect. No system is going to be perfect. Yes. Amira says, I love the Sigma lip oil in tints. I've been wearing it a ton this summer. The Sigma lip oils are fantastic. Do I have one sitting here? I might actually, because I use them all the time. I have a ColourPop So Juicy lip tint. I have a Fenty Gloss Bomb. What else do I have over here in my Mary Poppins bag of a desk? I don't have a Sigma. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, this is a lip cream. I have a lip cream. Slightly different, but also amazing. Yeah. What is this one? It's not a color pop. I need to clean this up. This is ridiculous. Because what I do after I show you what I've worn is I just push it. I need to put some away. I'm such a child. But yes, I agree with you, Amira. Hi, Amira. How are you? If you all are not familiar with Amira Muhammad, go check out Amira's socials, Instagram, YouTube. Go check out Amira. She's freaking fabulous. Okay. I got to meet Amira for the first time in person. We had chatted back and forth a little on social media before that when we were in New Orleans and we were on the same floor. Lovely, lovely human. Okay, so yeah, that was what I want to talk about Jennifer Lopez. In Endgame on it is she came out of the gate bad as far as saying that that's how she got her JLo glow was from these products or even just from olive oil. Not a good look. Also, the products don't stand out in the market. Also, they're very expensive. There's no hero product that no one can identify. She doesn't have a great reputation right now. I don't think people are scrambling out of their love for Jennifer Lopez to go buy her products. There's just so much that's not going well right now for Jennifer Lopez. I don't wish ill on anybody. I don't wish bad things. I know that things are not going well for her right now, though. And I never like to see anybody struggling and having a hard time. But maybe, sometimes when things like this happen, it helps you kind of come down to earth a little bit and, helps you to kind of see that you're not invulnerable to society not liking you. Or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You're not invulnerable no matter how high of a celebrity you are. Celebrity status is so fragile. It genuinely is. It's so fragile. So that's what I wanted to say about that. I also wanted, because let me see. Okay, here we go. So Anna says she uses her products on camera, but with a ton of filter. So people have been asking her to use them without the filters. See, that's another good point, Anna. Hi, Anna. Good to see you. Anna's one of my hunters. I don't know if I've made that connection until just now. So now I can officially, when I see you in the hunters group, I can officially put your face to your name and yes. Okay. Thanks for being here. Oh, Linegs says, JLo is a Puerto Rican female. Many Puerto Rican females don't show signs of aging until 50s. Makes sense. I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a Puerto Rican man. My mother, full-blown Puerto Rican, hasn't shown signs of aging till now. She's 58. And difference, and I was talking to John about this too, is that different, a lot of how our skin ages is genetics. It genuinely is. I don't know what percent of it is genetics, but I feel like it's a good solid 70%. That's my subjective it's my mom in my basement, subjective opinion is I think it's about 70% genetics and it's about 30% everything else. I think staying out of the sun, especially for us fair complected people, that really helps to slow the signs of aging. Because I think that it hurts us more. The sun. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that because it seems to make sense, because people that are deeper complected don't seem to age as fast as we do. We seem to get wrinkles a lot faster. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together there. You look at Audra and Amira, who are about my age, and they have no wrinkles, 0. Amira is, I guess Amira and I have the same birthday, but I think Amira's a couple years younger than me, and I think Audra's a year or 2 younger than me. But still, and I think I look pretty good for my age, but I still, you can tell I'm not 25. But if I did this, if I went like this, I would look so much. Look at that. Look at the difference that makes when I pull if you're listening, I'm sorry. What I'm doing is I'm pulling my forehead up so you can't see my wrinkles. Look how much younger I look if I just pull my head. But the wrinkles give me away. They give me away. So, I keep getting all these notifications on my phone that are distracting me. Okay. But yeah, I do think a lot of it is genetics. 100%. 100%. So, yeah. Flora says Latinas do age well. It's genetics. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think that it's your skin type too. I think it's what's happening underneath your skin, and that's all biological. There's only so much we can do to help the lower layers of our skin. A lot of that is just, it's genetics. So, I mean, I do think that there's things we can do. I do think skincare works. I do think devices work, but only to an extent. But okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do, which I don't think I loaded properly, I did not. Let me load it properly. I wanted to show you this video that I found because it's old. Okay. There's this video I found that's really old. It's 6 years old. I had never seen it before and it made me laugh. And I wanted to show it to you. And I'm hoping that it loads properly because sometimes this computer doesn't load things properly. And the only other, oh, yeah, it loaded. Yay. Okay. Um, it's this, it's been around 6 years. So maybe you've seen this, but I was so impressed with this that I wanted to share it with you. So it's this news anchor, this man news anchor that clearly does not know what the freak he's doing with makeup, applying his makeup before he goes on the news, showing his makeup routine. His name is Bob Herzog, and he's a Cincinnati news anchor. And if you've seen this, bear with me. I want to share it. You enjoy it with me again. It's 2 minutes long, but it's so good. Here we go.
I really haven't done my makeup in one of the videos. You haven't really seen the process. That changes today. This, as I understand this, called concealer. It is for concealing things, like the ridiculous circles under my eyes. I can't fill in the divots in my forehead. They are far too deep. I make this face. I don't know why everybody does this when you put on makeup, but you do this face. And right now you're thinking, Bob, that is a ridiculous amount of stuff on your face. And you're right. And then I do a weird little circle here, and I do one there too, because I don't know why. Maybe down here, because that thing still hasn't healed from when I had an ingrown hair. Oversharing. I'm just trying to let people in on the process, Jen. Where's my thing? Okay, good. This is foundation, I think, and this is to help make sure that I have a good, solid foundation for both my skin tone and my morality. I kind of get up into the hairline a little bit because I'm a very pasty and pale person. You know what? I kind of feel like Bob Ross. Happy, just painting happy trees on my face, Jen. Happy trees. Shelby, I'm making one of them makeup videos like the people do. You know how they do? Yeah. I do. I blend like I'm angry at my skin. I do. I'm a violent blender. That is a great band name, Violent Blender. This is a little bronzing stuff. See how I hit it? Boom, hit it. Hit the cheekbones hard. You're like, man, that is a lot of stuff on your cheekbones, pal. It is. And then I just do a quick little coat almost all around, go around the eye like that, bang, bang, like that. Ooh, on the ear like that. Ooh, down here, underneath, yeah. Violently blend, violently blend, violently blend like you're ashamed of your face. Violently blend. You hate it, and now you love it. Look at that. Taking just a little powder. I'll powder more later because, as everyone in this room can attest to, sweat like there's something glandularly wrong with me. That was the process. I had to speed through the end of it. I'm not really happy with where we are right now, but that's the magic.
Wasn't that so good? I came across that in my searching and I just wanted to share it with you. The things that I noticed about it, and see if you notice, is how filthy his tools are. Like, gross, absolutely gross. I don't know if you know, and like how much bronzer he put on. I was like, oh no, that is so much bronzer. But then it worked out. Like, his makeup looks really good. I think that's what gets me on this video, is that his makeup looks so good that it's like, dude, you did that. You did that. It looks so good. I was shocked, especially when that bronzer went on. I was like, no, sir. Absolutely no, sir. But he did it. He pulled it off. He did it. He knows what he's doing. He's good. And I don't know what this was with the concealer on his forehead. Like, I don't know what that was, but it was so good. So I looked him up. He's on Instagram. He posts regularly. So if you want to find him, his name is Bob Herzog. He is a news anchor out of Cincinnati. And I just wanted to share that with you because, there's so much going on in I don't know, there's things going on all over the world. Right. And I think that when things are going on closer to home, it just feels, more immediate and more, intense, the closer it is to you. And I think that's natural human nature. And, there's a lot going on in the US right now that I'm personally emotionally affected by. So there's things going on around the world that I'm personally emotionally affected by. I don't want to minimize that as well. But newer things in the US. So anyway, live stream. It's nice to watch just a 6-year-old video of a news anchor putting his makeup on and beating the crap out of himself with a dirty at sponge. Like, we can be serious other places. We can be serious other times. I don't know. Wednesday Ophelia, I don't know if he's using heavy stage makeup or if that's just regular makeup. I'm honestly not sure. But yes, Dara, exactly. The definition of trust the process, 100%. 100%. Patricia says the quote, Bob Ross, his makeup wound up being a happy little mistake. I know, right? He just fixed it. It is what it is. He did such a good job. But yeah, it just made me smile and I love it. So we do have about 10 minutes left and I don't know what else to talk about. That was my topic for today. I'm really excited about our trip. Oh, let me tell you what's going on with the schedule. So I know a lot of people are, my comments are already getting hit as of yesterday. It's been a week. Where's James Charles Part 2? So James Charles Part 2 is going to be Friday is the goal. I need to pick up the pace on it. What's happening is I'm researching each one. Like, I know the framework of each one. I know that what I'm going to talk about in each video, there's going to be 3 parts altogether. At least that's the plan. I'm hoping I don't have to break up part 3 into 2 parts. I really want it to be 1 part. So the next part is going to be everything leading up to Bye Sister. Like, it cuts off like right at the first accusation of with Gage, if you know who Gage is. That's the last thing we're going to talk about in this part 2, which will lead us into part 3, which is where we'll talk about Bye Sister. We'll talk about the allegations, all of that in part 3. So I'm leaving for my trip to Seattle and Alaska. We're leaving on Friday. So that means that I have to have it up by Friday. It has to be locked and loaded by Thursday night. I am about 60% done with the script at this point. I fell down a couple of rabbit holes. I had a couple of shock moments where I was like, oh my gosh, because what happens is I know what the topics are, like I know the things, but the more I look into it, I see other connections and other things that were happening that I didn't realize were happening at the exact same time. And I end up falling down different rabbit holes and I start, double checking those things. And that ends up taking a really long time. So, and also I want to be accurate because, when I don't take that extra time, I end up missing things. So that's why it's taking so long. I'm doing it all by myself. I write the script all by myself. It's my writing, it's my voice, it's my research, all of that. So Friday is the goal. If I can get up earlier than that, I will. I don't think that's going to happen because I tend to, stretch things out unnecessarily because I fall down rabbit holes and I don't say I don't have time to go down this rabbit hole right now. I just go. So that's supposed to be coming out on Friday, I'm hoping. Of course, tomorrow is going to be product report from this week. I've got that recorded because I recorded together. I'm working on the editing of that today. And that's going to be the schedule for this week. But no What's Up in Makeup this coming weekend because I'm not going to be here. And then the next What's Up in Makeup, I'm probably going to do like a mini version of What's Up in Makeup, like a shorter version. We'll see what happens on the first weekend in August because I'm coming back on the 31st, which doesn't give me a ton of time to get a full episode of What's Up in Makeup together, especially having taken 2 weeks off. So I might do like a best of the past 2 weeks kind of What's Up in Makeup. So I don't know if it's going to be 2 parts or just 1 part. It just depends on what I can pull together because I'm also going to be extremely jet lagged because Alaska is a 4-hour time difference from where I'm at. So that's going to be difficult as well. So we'll see what happens, but I will get up whatever I can. And it's not because the community expects me to, or that, I know you're going to be missing it so much if I don't upload. It's just, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to stick to my schedule as much as possible. And I just wanted to let you know that that's kind of where I'm at. I am not packed yet. Not packed. I am a 2-day before packer. So we're leaving on Friday morning, so I will probably start packing on Wednesday because I don't like my stuff to sit in my suitcase because my suitcase kind of smells a little plasticky. I don't like my clothes to smell like that. I need to get one of those little sachets or whatever to put in my bag, but I like my clothes to be like nice and freshly put in there and not sitting in there for weeks. So I'm like a 2-day before, but I do have a bag that I have been collecting of things for the cruise. Like I have our binoculars that I bought. I have different things that I'm surprising the family with that I don't want to say just in case my husband ends up watching this chat. Different little things that I've purchased. I have all the seasick medication for my son and I because we don't do well in cars. My son rides roller coasters and stuff, but we both don't do well in cars. So I'm worried about him. He hasn't ever been on a longer cruise, especially going to Alaska, and supposedly it's very rough. So I'm nervous about us. So I have like 3 different seasickness remedies like stuff like that I have in a bag ready to go in my suitcase that I've been kind of collecting and putting in one place so it's all together when I'm ready to go. But I am so freaking excited about this trip. I have been researching hikes in Seattle. Oh my gosh. We're renting a car. So we're going to be able to go for 1 day to go do hikes. So we're going to get up super crack of dawn in the morning so we can get a parking spot and go out and do some hikes. I think we're going to do Rattlesnake. I think that's the one that I want to do, either that one or Twin Falls. Those are the 2 that I'm looking at. It just depends on the fam, but I'm super excited about that. My family's a hiking family. We all like to hike. So that should be really, really fun. I saw someone say Mendenhall Glacier. We are taking the bus. There's like a bus that takes you, a blue bus that takes you to Mendenhall Glacier. So we're going to do that and kind of explore on our own that day. That day is actually my son's 13th birthday. So his favorite food on this entire planet is Alaskan crab legs. So he's going to get to have Alaskan crab legs in Alaska on his birthday, which is like peak. Like what does he have left to look forward to? He's only 13. What does he have left to look forward to after Alaskan crab legs in Alaska? Just kidding. So yeah, we're really, really excited about that. I cannot wait. It is shaking out. If you ever plan a trip to Alaska, just plan more money than what you plan to spend. It is costing way more than I thought it would. Way more. But it's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But it is going to be nice. Where is this one? Blue Phoenix says the Maryland heat is awful. Yikes to next week's. I don't know why you're saying, yeah. Oh, as far as the weather. Yes. So I am really excited to go someplace where it is not the weather here. It's going to be different. And I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I got people saying we should do Twin Falls. Genevieve says Twin Falls. I think I don't know. Cause the thing is once we park, it's like, I feel like we're not going to be able to get parking anywhere else. So we really have to choose wisely. One thing that's really cool if you're going to go hike in Seattle that I just found yesterday, I'm really excited about it. I know this isn't makeup related, but anyway. It's WTA Trailblazer, Washington Trails Association Trailblazer. They have an app. And what you can do is you can save hikes and it tells you all about these are all the hikes that I saved as options. And it tells you how hard the hike is, whether it's family friendly, pet friendly, what you'll see there, whether there's waterfalls, mountain views, wildlife, whether it's a paved trail or not, just all kinds of stuff, whether there's a bridge, everything. And it gives you like a written out breakdown of what the trail looks like. It gives you a map. Like it's freaking phenomenal. I've never seen anything like this before. Like ever in my life. I don't know if other areas have this, but I've never seen anything like this. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So this is the Twin Falls. So I can kind of show you. That's Twin Falls. Isn't that so cool? So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And plus all the food in Seattle, the food scene is incredible. I'm really, really excited. All Trails. Okay. See, I've heard of All Trails, Rowan, but I've never been on there. So yeah. Yeah, but anyway, if you all have any advice for Seattle or Alaska, I'm all about it. I have everything planned, so I'm not really going to change anything at this point, but because I have it all organized and planned out of exactly what we're going to do. And then I have ideas and stuff. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We wanted to go to Mount Rainier, the makeup nurse. We wanted to go to Mount Rainier, but it's 2 hours away. And my husband said he'd rather do closer hikes than go all the way out there and spending time in the car. He'd rather do things that are closer. So that's what we're going to do. But thank you so much for wishing me a safe trip, Lynn Eggs. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. But yeah, chat's pretty much done, but I wanted to, yes, Twin Peaks country. Oh, and the other thing is that Phoenix wants to see Seattle Grace from Grey's Anatomy. So it's not really Seattle Grace. I think it's a TV studio, but you can stand and you can look and see, you can like go to the front of what the front of the hospital, even though it's not a hospital. So we're going to go in front of the hospital and take some pictures. Like little things like that. We might go. Phoenix loves 10 Things I Hate About You, so we'll probably go see the Fremont Troll, take some pictures in front of the Fremont Troll. Just really excited. So, all right. I don't know if the moderators got that person. That I have no idea who that person is. But I just blocked them. Who are you? But yeah, so thank you all so much for all of the well wishes. Cherry pie at the double R. Okay, good to know. I love cherry pie. Yeah, I blocked him. I got rid of, I have no idea who that is. Weirdo. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for being here and for being so kind and for being amazing. I appreciate you. I hope you have a lovely, I won't see you in live chat for a while, so I'll see you in August for live chat. I hope that you have a wonderful couple of weeks. And yeah, I'd love to you. Thanks for being the best community I could ever ask for. I'm not going to get emotional. I could feel it starting to come. Thank you for being the best community I could ever ask for. You guys are amazing and mad love. And I will see you in a video tomorrow for product report and then Friday for James Charles part 2. Mad love. Bye.